Okay, so my first question for you is, can you remember what first sparked your interest in performing?
I can. So, I think I was about 3 or 4. My mum took me to a production called Gargling with Jelly. It was on at the Luton Library Theatre. Yeah, random. I don't really remember too much about it, apart from the title. But I remember it really did inspire me, and I looked at them on stage, and I thought, yeah, that's what I want to do. And Wednesday was the dot stop. She was one of my favourites. And the 10th stop was Friday, where they put on a play each week.
Okay.
So I think that's gone in along the way. So it's all combined together, and it's like, yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah.
That's so funny. That's so sweet. Isn't it weird, like the things that stick in your memory from being a really small child? Yeah, it's crazy.
I think that's that they were the founding blocks for
Yeah.
the thing, yeah.
And it's so funny, isn't it? Because you say all the time you didn't realise, like when you were little, that that was actually a job, that people got paid to do that. You just thought that they were
Yeah.
just having fun, and
Yeah.
that was what they did, and that was okay. All they were actually those characters. You didn't realise that they had other names, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Because the first time you saw somebody appear on something else, and I was
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. But so you're not a builder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who were your biggest inspirations growing up? You said you watched lots of TV, and that was kind of like a really good influence. But who did you watch? Anyone particular?
So yes, again, my mum was a big influence in many, many ways in my life. So I watched a lot of the stuff she watched.
Yeah.
The Avengers being one of them, the proper original Avengers, not the Marvels.
Yeah.
So John Steed was like the epitome of cool to me. I wanted to be John Steed with the bowler hat, the suit,
Love
and
it.
fighting crime and all that jazz. Uh, so yeah, and then I also watched a lot of Doctor Who, which again was cancelled just after I was born, but we watched them all like on repeats and on VHS. Remember VHS?
Everybody
I'm so
always
old.
everybody always says that. Everyone's like, do you always remember like videotapes and stuff? I spoke to someone the other day, and she was like, so Jen, when I was younger, we had cassettes. I was like, I know, I had cassettes too. And they were like, oh. I was like, I'm not that young. Like, I remember we had cassettes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? And like when you used to like tape stuff, and then you used to have to like put your finger in the tape because it'd like unwind.
Yeah,
So
that was
funny.
always a nightmare if your cassette or your tape got caught in the machine. You're like, ah,
Just seeing your dreams unfold.
rattling, yeah.
Yeah, it was always, oh, mom, and then they get a pencil, didn't they? And they'd like
Yeah, it
rewind
sounds
it. I know they have no idea now how lucky they are just clicking on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
No idea. We sound really old. No idea. So talk us through what have been your most exciting moments in your career so far, do you think?
So I've had a few varied roles, which have been fun. Couple of like good drama roles, but mostly I'm told I'm quite funny, which is nice. So I get a fair bit of comedy.
Yeah.
So my first credited TV role was in a one-off comedy called Three Kinds of Stupid.
Yeah.
And I played a postman. I got chased by a dog, which was very fun. It was a lot. And then yeah, my other comedy appearance, which people might recognise me from, was Lee and Dean, which is a sitcom on Channel 4.
Yeah.
I played Aaron, who was a very spaced out employee. Just not really doing much. Just chatting to the boss and not doing any work basically.
That's great.
Yeah, so that was fun. And I also appeared on Michael Dapper's YouTube comedy show Somewhere in London, playing a very, very drunk customer. And that was a lot of fun to do as well. That was slightly improv, slightly scripted, so we had a bit
Cool.
play about with that, so that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. And do you like that? Do you like being able to have a little bit of reign to kind of try out a few things?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think you read a script and it looks good, and it's not until you get everyone together and you think, oh, it could slightly change.
Yeah.
So it depends on obviously the production director. But if you've got a bit of leeway, it's always good. If it looks more natural, that's what you want really, I think, for most
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah, definitely. And also sometimes like you'll see it kind of going one way, and then all of a sudden the person on the other side will give you something and you're like, "Oh my God, how cool is it? We
Yeah,
can take it down." And it's always nice then when you get to kind of play around with it a little bit. And like you say, when it's more natural, I mean, not every director likes that, but like a lot of them go, "That's exactly what we're looking for. That's what we want. We want it to look, they say organic, don't they?
oh,
Love
yeah,
that word."
good word, good word.
So, is there a particular text or work that you'd really love to play around with?
Um, Not sure. There's a few, like Shakespeare. I think obviously Shakespeare is sacred. You can't really play around too much with
Yeah,
Shakespeare. But Midsummer Night's Dream is probably one of my favourite of the plays. So
yeah,
I'd love to get my teeth into that at some point.
cool. Have a little go.
Yeah, because it's a
I
bit nonsensical anyway. Which is what I think makes it pretty fun. So
Yeah, yeah. I find like Shakespeare, everybody, because it's put on a pedestal, isn't it? Because it's so widely known. Like everybody, sometimes it's quite daunting if you're asked to do it, because you're like, oh God, really?
yeah,
And that's the thing. Like I always found at drama school, like when you're asked to audition and they say, oh, you've got to have classical piece of text, and it's quite more often than not it is Shakespeare, and you're always like, oh God, because you go into a room and like sometimes you, particularly with the girls, like everyone always loved Ophelia, or everyone, do you know what I mean? Like there was always two or three that Lady Macbeth that people would stick to. So you'd go into a room and there might be like 60 of you, and you'd all get up and you'd all be like doing the same one, and it would be like, oh
yeah,
God. Oh, so yeah, I don't know about you, but like I always think when somebody says Shakespeare, I kind of shrivel a little bit. Okay, oh
yeah.
God.
Okay.
Little bit terrifying, a little bit terrifying. So on to like musical theatre. Are you a fan of musical theatre?
I am. Um, so this one, I'm not sure if it technically counts. My favourite would be Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds.
I love that. Have you seen it?
I've seen it live twice, and it
Oh,
was amazing. Uh,
absolutely incredible.
yeah, and I would absolutely love to play the young artilleryman. That would be
Yeah,
like one of the dream roles for me.
yeah, amazing. Where did you see it?
At the O2, I saw it.
Oh, wow,
It was 2012. Yeah, 2012.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
The first time, I was right at the back, which was still good. But
yeah.
then when they did the next tour, I was like, I'm booking seats down the front.
We're gonna be in it, in the
Yeah,
action.
right under
Oh
the Martian. I was like, oh.
Wow. I saw it at the Dominion while I was in London studying, and it was just a whim. It was just I love that kind of like stuff anyway, that it's a little bit like I love dinosaurs and that all that like
Yeah.
prehistoric sci-fi kind of stuff. I love all that. And all of my friends were like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that." And I literally couldn't find anyone within my class at drama school that wanted to go. Nobody was interested. And I was like, "Okay." And I was kind of a bit like I didn't really want to go on my own. I was still like I mean, I was 20, but I was still a bit like, oh, London on my own. I don't really want to go to see a theatre on my own. That's really sad. Like, I just had that in my mind. Like, I was like, it's really sad. I don't want to do that. And then they had this thing, I don't know if you know Today Tix, and they were selling these tickets really, really cheap.
Mm.
And I was like, and we had a time off uni, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going. I'm actually going. So I remember going on my own, and I was really, really nervous because everyone was there in their hardcore, like, War of the Worlds t-shirts and everything, and I was like, oh God, I don't know. Nobody like quizzed me because I've never seen it, and I just remember being mesmerized,
Yeah.
absolutely it was so cool, absolutely, it was so cool. Yeah, yeah, I really want to go, and I want to take my dad the next time it does like a little, because I think he'd love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
it
would
is, it's
love it?
he would, I know, that's the thing, who would not love it? It is so cool. As soon as the music starts, you're like, ah, this is
Dun,
wicked.
dun, dun. Yeah.
I love it. Here we are. I feel like you need like a seatbelt or something though. Like hold on to your seat, you know. Like here we go.
Yeah, epic. Just that one word explains it.
It definitely does. So talking about Disney now, are you a Disney fan?
Of course I am.
Ah, Jack, you'd have broken my heart if you'd have said no. I mean, I've got a jumper on right now, so you can't see it, but I've got a Disney tattoo on my arm. So I love Disney. When people say, do you like Disney? And I'm like, yes. And they go, oh, do you think you're a bit old for Disney? Uh, who's ever too old for Disney? Like,
Yeah, if
come on.
people don't like Disney, I'm not sure I trust them.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I really don't think we can be friends here. Like I don't think that's yeah. I think this friendship is terminating. Like I think we should go. This is not. No, I know. So my question, Disney related. You've already kind of like we're good. We're okay. We can carry on the interview now. You said that you like Disney. If you could be involved in any Disney film or remake or like a musical version of it, what would you choose? Do you think?
That's so tough.
There's too many.
There are too many. But I think it might have to be Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
What a great answer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because everybody forgets about that one, right?
Yeah. I just love that one.
With Angela Lansbury. Oh, yes.
Yeah, a bit of World War II, bit of magic. And then you got the animated bit on the island of Naboo. I think,
That's it. In the sea.
Yeah, with the animals as people.
That is such a good one.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Do you know what? That is amazing. I always want to do Pocahontas because I think Pocahontas is wicked. I think it's such a good one. I think it's such a good one, and it's so like underrated because at the moment, obviously, they're bringing out like Rapunzel, aren't they? And you've got Tangled and this and that and all these other big ones, and they forget about the ones like Rapunzel. Pocahontas was that when I was little, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
love that one. You always, I think, you tend to like go for ones that you watched when you were a kid, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that I remember. Yeah, watching that when I was young. I actually remember the first film I watched at the cinema was Aladdin as well. So
That's it.
yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. Do you know what? I don't think I watched Aladdin until I was quite a lot older. Because when would that have come out?
That was 92.
92. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I didn't watch it until I was quite a lot older, I think. That and Hercules. I didn't watch Hercules till I was about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I thought it'd be really scary because you had Hades was like really like a little bit terrifying. And I just remember being a bit like, oh, I don't know, a bit of a wuss.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love a Disney film. Have you ever been to Disneyland or Disney World?
I have. I went to America in 2011.
Awesome.
To California. So it was the California one, which is the original one, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I do want to go to Florida. Maybe one day.
Yes, go. We went to Florida when I was young. I was about 10, I think, 10 or 11. Yeah, and I love it. And I'm just like, I need to go back now I'm old. I need to go back and relive the magic. And everyone's like, it's so much better when you're older because like it brings that childlike, do you know what I mean? That feeling, that buzz and that energy. Because as an adult, you don't tend to get that a lot because, like life's very like mundane and, you've got bills to pay and work to do. And it's just very much like that, isn't it? Whereas you're transported back to that place where you feel that childlike energy.
Yeah.
So cool.
I know.
Let's go to Disneyland. There's so many people that want to go to Disneyland. I think we should do like a big party plane.
Yeah.
All the way to Disneyland. Let's do it. They're literally, I've spoken to so many people in these interviews. They're like, oh, if you go, can I come? And I'm like,
yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sign me up.
So next, talk about superheroes. So you say that do you like that kind of thing?
I don't mind it. I'm not a big watcher of I know Avengers and Marvel. I watched like the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire when that came out, but it's not the genre that I watch a lot of.
No. So it's so funny when people say about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Like I like the idea of it, but it's never my go-to. Like I'm classic. Like I like a Disney film. I like a rom-com. I like a comedy. I
Yeah.
like things that make me feel good. Whereas like that kind of thing, I get a bit tense and a bit like.
Yeah.
Apart from Jurassic World, anything with dinosaurs just is cool with me. I love dinosaurs. But if you had to have if you had to be a superhero, do you know what you would be called and what superpower that you would have?
Um, I don't really know. I've always wanted to be able to fly.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, just I guess it would be like a heightened um personality trait I already have.
Yeah.
Um, so it'd be something like compassion man or something.
That's
Something
so
funny.
cute. No,
Yeah.
that's really nice because everybody always says like, "Oh, I would really love to do this. I really do," this. And you're like, "No, I would love to." I love that. That's a really good one. That's a really good
Yeah.
one.
High levels of empathy. That's my
Ah,
superpower.
and also you can kill people with kindness.
True.
That's a good one. That is a good one. So you said that you've been busy during lockdown. What has kept you kind of going?
My day job, I work for a media and entertainment company. So I've been working from home a fair bit, and occasionally going into the office. And now we are in the process of doing more days in the office as everything's easing away. So yeah, it's been fun getting back to a more of a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last week was, even though it was a 4 day week, I was a little bit tired by the end of play yesterday. So yeah, it's been interesting. I'm very lucky to have been able to work throughout the whole period,
Mm.
because I think I would have gone slightly mad if I didn't have stuff to focus on.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And do you have people that you live with that is kind of like or are you on your own? Because that's also a little bit like
Yeah, no, I've got three other housemates in a house share.
amazing.
I only moved in the February, so I was only here for about a month before we were all locked in,
Wow.
basically. But it's all been good. They're
Yeah,
really nice people. So it's
amazing.
been fine.
Because that's the thing, isn't it? I've spoken to a lot of people that have been on their own, and that's really tough because you don't
Mm,
have that, particularly when we were in that lockdown phase where you
yeah,
literally couldn't go anywhere. But then also on the flip side of that, like being with loads of people, I'm with my family again, and we're all in one place, and that is great. But also it can be very challenging, can't it? Because you are on top of each other all the time, and like you say, you didn't really know these people, and it's like, oh, hello.
yeah,
Now I'm with you all the time, and we've really got to get to know each other very quickly, and it does test your relationships, doesn't it?
yeah, for sure.
Very, very testing. And also sometimes, like for you, if you're away from family, that you've got that kind of like you can't go and visit them as
Mm.
often as you might want to. And then for me, it's like can't go away from them.
Yeah, good.
No,
We're
it's
both still standing. We've survived.
I know, and I've said that, and I've said, you know what? Everyone has come out that little bit more grateful, I think, of the people that you do have around you, and that maybe not so close, people that live a little bit further away. You're really grateful for them and their support throughout this time, and it's definitely like you've come out the other side, and you're like, do you know what? If we can do that, we can do most things.
Yeah, no,
Definitely. So, what about your favorite animal? Are you an animal lover?
I am. Of
Yay!
course, of course. So I grew up with cats. Um,
Yay! Me
yeah.
too.
So I was again 3 or 4. A lot of stuff happened around that age. It seems like I keep telling you stuff. I was about 3 or 4. Um, we got a cat, a black and white cat. I wonder if you can guess what she was called.
Black and white cat. Jess?
Yeah.
Yay! I was like, hang on, Postman Pat. I was singing it in my head.
Yes. So we had Jess. She lived until she was 19. So a good age.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I like all animals, but yeah, I think cats are my go-to if someone.
Yeah.
Although saying that my favorite animal is a penguin.
I love penguins.
Yeah.
They stink. They actually
Yeah.
stink.
But yeah, practicality. If I was going to have an animal, it would be
It would be a cat. Have you ever done any of those like feeding experiences?
I did. I fed a koala when I was in Australia.
Okay, so that so trumps any of the ones that I've ever done. I was like, oh, I was gonna say all these really cool ones. Yeah, that's so.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that was really cute. It was all fluffy and adorable.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So my last question for you, we've like buzzed through it, is what's next for you? Do you have any kind of like jobs in the pipeline, or did you have and then got cancelled or postponed?
I did. I was meant to be doing a play called Tracers, which was about the Vietnam War. Uh,
Oh, wicked.
yeah, and it was supposed to be like the third week of March, which was just before lockdown got officially announced. So that
Yeah.
has been postponed. Not sure if it will be put on or not. It's just going to have to wait and see. But I was going to be playing the drill instructor, Army Sergeant, which would have been amazing. It's so far away from anything else that I've done before. Proper
Yeah.
and serious, in your face, army guy shouting at people. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that would have been really cool. So I'm hoping we can get back to that.
Yeah.
Apart from that, yeah, just the standard industry's picking back up again now. So
Yeah.
yes, should be out and about auditioning soon.
Amazing. Hopefully get the ball rolling a little bit more.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
good, yeah. And obviously now, when I moved back to London in February, like I said, so I'm in the heart of the action again now. So hopefully, yeah, we'll be getting a few things booked in.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're kind of there, it's a lot easier, isn't it, to go,
Mm.
they say, right, this audition is here, London is a big place. I mean, I found out that when I lived there, I was like, oh, it'll be fine, and you think, so somebody says you have to get from here to here for yeah, an audition or a read through or whatever, and you think, oh, that's fine, I've got ages, and then you read how far that is, and you're like, oh God, okay.
Yeah,
It's a little bit further than I thought. But yeah, at least you're kind of there, and hopefully you'll get back to it, because it just sucks, doesn't it? Because you're like, oh, particularly as in you've moved there to
yeah,
like be more within the action, and then they're like, no, no,
yeah.
we're closing it all down. So annoying, so annoying. Oh well, fingers crossed for you. I really hope, I really hope, because that play sounds great.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I was doing it, so I was the oldest in the cast, because it's like about a group of like six 17, 18 year olds going off to Vietnam. So I was the slightly older drill sergeant.
It's like,
But
isn't
not
it?
too, look at my nice baby face. I'm all right.
That's great though, because I bet it gives you like more of a variety
Yeah,
of things that you can audition
yeah,
for.
range, yeah, the characters and stuff, which is always a
Yeah,
good thing.
definitely, definitely. Oh well, fingers crossed for you. I really hope that it gets either that gets picked up again, because that sounds great, or that you get a few more things rolling in before the end of the year, which is not that far away.
No, they'll be doing all the Christmas stuff probably now, I'm guessing.
I know. You go into the supermarket and they've started like half Halloween and half Christmas Island. And you're like, it's only
No,
just September, guys.
it's too much.
I I mean, I love Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure you'll find anyone that loves it as much as our family. Like, we go big or go home. But
Yeah.
come on. We've got I'm okay with Halloween being in the shops, and then
Yeah.
Christmas kind of like just into November, and then you've
Yeah,
got
that's
two
fine.
months,
Yeah. Start
two
of
months of
November.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's fine. Just integrate it then.
Yeah, ease it in.
Yeah.
What are you doing September? Like advent calendars. People are crazy. You could literally have an advent calendar for September, October, November, and December. I mean,
Yeah.
get 4 months worth of advent calendars in now every day. Open a window.
I know. That's the thing.
Crazy.
If I see Christmas stuff before my birthday, I'm like, No, that's too soon."
Oh, when's your birthday?
It's the end of September, 28th.
Oh yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, it's just a little bit too early.
Yeah, yeah, that is. Mine's just after Christmas, so mine's the 3rd of January.
Ah, so you got
So,
everything in one little bit. Ah,
yeah, so my birthday is it like 10 days after Christmas or something stupid like that? I can't remember, but yeah, it's like
yeah,
it's It's still within the Christmas holidays.
So do you hate people that are like, oh, here's your birthday and Christmas present combined? You're like,
I always say to people, I don't do that for you. If your birthday's in June, could you imagine? Happy birthday on the 7th of June. Here is your birthday / Christmas gift. Done. Amazing. Well, thanks so much for chatting with me, and I'll send you the link when it goes up.
yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Amazing. No worries at all. No worries at all. And we'll stay in touch. I'll give you a message and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be cool.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, take care.
Cool. Cheers.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.